Wow. We are live. It's Friday, April 18th. I'm a day older, year older actually, from a day. Yeah, listen, it's Funtime Friday here at 239 Live. We're having a great show. We got a wonderful group of guests, and we're going to go ahead and bring it on. And I think if we do it right here, Pat Jira, as you might know, he's always up for a little shootout contest. Patrick, are you there? Lois, look at Lois, getting pretty. And, he done it, and the whole gun blew apart.
Tampered with the gun,
That's kind of like Patrick's been since he's been on at TC Clinic. He's got up but shooting some dead bullets. That's what they say, Patrick. I don't really know what that's all about. Blanks, whatever we got going. But no, we're all here. It's Friday, April 18th, Funtime Friday.
Yeah.
Great group of people.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for putting it together. We had a great day yesterday. I think when you get older, Lois, I'm not sure. You're a lot younger than I am. But when you get older, for some reason, I don't get as excited about these birthdays as much. But I should be different than that, right, Lois? Yeah, you might have to bring it up just a little bit.
Should you be different than that? You should be just who you are. So I think it all hits us.
Every year is a blessing, though.
Yeah. Every day above ground is a good day, and you make it through another year. Absolutely.
And Tim, you don't look a day over 68.
Yeah, well, thank goodness. Yeah. Right? It's 10 years older than what I am. So, but let me ask you that a little bit. We got a few people jumping on there. JT's on. Thanks for jumping in, JT.
Hi, JT.
Do you guys? I don't know. I guess it's inevitable, right? Every year is another year, and we all know that there's two things that are guaranteed. You'll come on this earth, and you'll leave on this earth.
And taxes.
Oh, that's right, taxes too. But
unless you're clever.
Unless you're never mind. I won't say that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't really worry about it too much, but I do think about it because I think what happens when you get a little bit older, your friends start, getting sick, and some of them pass away, and you're kind of like, you start looking at their age, you start looking at your age.
Well, how old are you? I'm sorry.
I'm 58.
Oh, a baby.
Yeah. Well,
not that I would know that.
How old do you feel?
I actually feel honestly, I could say that right now I feel physically about the same as I did when I was 30, but I know that's not true because if I bend over and pick up a rock, the next day I'm sore, and I go, what did I do yesterday? I picked up a rock.
And you say you could beat me in pickleball.
Yeah, I know I can
beat you.
Next question. I know I can beat you.
I
don't need to play pickleball to beat Tim. Dodge him. We're going to get it going.
Well, why don't we play pickleball? I'll play with you.
Sure. Actually, we were talking about a doubles. Me and Blake versus you and...
I'm going to take Lois.
Me and Blake versus you and... I can't say the other person.
Oh, yeah. You're on a little bit of a...
I'm better than Patrick.
Yeah.
Dearborn.
In pickleball?
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
We'll have a
competition. Thank you, Jen. My birthday is over, but I'm gonna take advantage of it I'm like the whole week. It's
you should have birthday weeks when you get over 55.
Well, when you're in the middle, right? So April 17th, we call it a birthday month because you got the first half getting ready. You have your birthday, then you blow it out the second half. But for those of you who don't know, we play this little game real quick, and we decided to do it on a Friday, right? Because we want everybody to understand that Pat Jira loves Pat Dearborn. Now, I really admire Pat Dearborn, but Pat Jira, it's kind of getting a little crazy. So we play this little game, and can Pat Jira go a whole show without mentioning Pat Jira or Pat Dearborn? I'm losing it.
Jira, that's a good combination. If they had a child,
I like that. Can I use that?
Big Joe in the house.
Joe Cabbage. What's the hip hop song of the day? Joe Cabbage always texts me hip hop song of the day. Joe, what's the jam for today? Love Joe Pavich.
Put a big shout out there. But no, so we're gonna work real hard on, and if he does, then what? If he does, then we'll bring that up.
If I do, will you bring it up?
We'll bring it
up.
That'll
be bragging rights.
Yeah. What do we got to do for?
I don't know. That's a pretty big deal. Because someone called yesterday, and you can attest to this, Tim, because you were on the call, someone looking to do social media and rent podcast space possibly. And she basically said, I want to be kind of, the gentleman's name. I want to build that kind of social media brand.
Who is that?
I won't name the person who called, and I won't name the person she was referring to, but someone that you're probably familiar with. Yeah. Might be mayor of a certain Freedom Town, USA.
He's very well known in town, and then good, bad, or indifferent. We love him, but
I think it's good.
Are you going to be able to do it? Yeah, no, it's always
never backed away from a challenge, Lois.
It's always good.
I know that.
Yeah,
we didn't get you last week.
Nope. Next question.
Good. Yeah. But real quick, while we do that, I always want a big shout out to our sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. They do a lot in town. Matter of fact, they just signed up, and we got Blake involved with a nice rebuild of a home I sold. So that's great that he's involved in that. So a big one, but yeah. So big shout out. He's coming out to my house today, and he's finally going to get not on his delay on my side. Finally able to get out. We're going to do an outdoor kitchen. So yeah, let's go ahead and we're going to run this one.
Are you going to get a new
staircase? All right, guys, let's give a big shout out to our show sponsors, Becker Custom Builders. Blake Becker and his team are always about luxury design, top-notch quality, and giving you the best experience imaginable. Becker Custom Builders are experts in building your dream kitchen, bathroom, or even making your outdoor kitchen area a reality. They will take your plain house and make it into a cozy, welcoming home. So if you're looking to upgrade your space, Becker Custom Builders is the only place to look. They've got you covered. Blake and his team have whipped up the studio in no time, and it's looking great. Remember, contact Becker Custom Builders.
Again, you got to love these guys. They do so much. Looks like
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, it looks like Joe is on the Wu-Tang Clan today.
Cash rules everything around me.
It's
a Wu-Tang reference, Lois.
Lois is hip to some music, Lois. Man. I'm telling you, Lois, are you in the mood right now to do
what are you laughing at?
A little rap? Are you
a rap?
She's got a good little rap.
What's your favorite rap song of all time, Lois?
Mine.
Yes, yours.
Hey, you want to do it, Lois?
You on the spot.
I know I put you on the spot a little bit, but I mean.
I think I can remember. I don't have my sunglasses, though. You got a pair of sunglasses over there? Hey, Chris, kick me over my sunglasses.
Chris,
pay attention and move quick.
Come on, Chris, let's go.
Move. Give me just pull the sunglasses out of there.
There you go. Yeah, she's got to have the sunglasses. We got to get this off. This is going to be big.
Oh, God, I hope I don't
spit some
bars. I haven't done it in years.
She's going to do it.
Spit some bars?
Yeah, she's got to.
Okay. Whoa.
Do the put thing.
Oh, I got to make sure I got to tag.
I need to bring this in.
I got to tag Larry Love for this one.
Oh, God. Okay, I should have sent you the one I did for the high school.
This is a big one.
See if I can remember. Okay.
Spit those bars, Lois.
My name is Dr. Bo, and I would like to say that your purpose in life is to work and play. And laugh and play, that's what you're going to do. Because today I'm going to talk 239 attitude. Now, there are many tools we're going to rap about. You got choices and voices of many routes. We've all got peaks and valleys to cross, but you're going to get there quicker using mental floss. Back and forth 2 times a day is going to help you prevent your tooth decay, because living your life on purpose is essential if you're ever going to reach that true potential. To give your life that special role, you look deep in a mirror. You look deep in your soul. Yes, you look in a mirror. That's the place to start, to bring peace on earth, to bring peace in your heart. A little peace here and a little peace there will make this world a place we love to share. That people keep your power. Don't you give it away. It's precious too precious. Won't you hear what I say? Do it for yourself. Be your own motivator. Plug in your power source to your inner generator. Yes, my name is Dr. Bo. 239 is my mission. There's no turning back. There is no room for indecision. So get out and talk, because commitment is the mood. Tell everyone you know to tune in to 239. Get your attitude.
Wow.
Peace out.
What the heck? Whoa, Lois Bolin in the house.
Bars.
Hey, she did not.
That was freestyle. That was a true freestyle.
Freestyle coming at you.
Freestyle Friday.
Dr. Lois Bolin in the house.
Freestyle
Look at
Friday.
that, man. I got to go through some of these. Look at
Comments,
this.
I got to go
Yeah.
with piece of cake is what I should.
Yeah,
I used to say
Lois
piece of cake out.
is the coolest. Michelle, thanks for jumping in. Yeah, you rock, Lois. Wow. You rock, Lois. 50 Cent has nothing on you.
Whoa. Let's slow down here, Meredith.
Hey, shut up, Patrick.
That's
Sorry,
great.
sorry, man.
Kevin goes, let's go.
Solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love it.
Love it, Lois. Freestyle Friday.
We're going to have that.
We should have a Freestyle Friday. and have
Freestyle
our
Friday,
guests
yeah.
That when
freestyle.
I did it.
Chris
for-
Worrell is next. He's going to be doing a little rap.
Are you
for
gonna do a freestyle, Chris?
A little freestyle. He's looking at me like, hey, we're looking over at the.
He's got a different rap he had.
Chris is over there. Yeah, he's just kind of chilling back there behind the camera. So yeah,
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. So, but yeah, no, great job, Lois.
Thank you.
And I've seen you.
Fire.
I'm surprised I remembered it. So.
I've seen you do that in front of kids and everything too.
Yeah,
So that's
I
pretty
got
cool.
standing ovation at Lorenzo Walker for their graduation, which all the speakers are usually dull speakers, and nobody knew I was going to do it. And that's actually when I first met Wayne. You could just see his mouth drop open.
That's what you had him at your bars, yeah.
That's it. I got him there, and then all of a sudden the kids go crazy. And
Chickabee, Kevin.
Chickabee.
We want to just big shout out to everybody who's on. Good morning, Meredith. A fave in the house, Meredith.
Morning, Meredith.
Again, she said you rock.
Thanks for waking up early.
yeah, Friday-luya, by the
Move
way.
over Eminem, Dr. Bo in the house. Yeah, we love it. No, it's a good time. It's a good time.
She could do our new intro.
Yeah,
music.
right. That's
I need
it.
to get you guys behind me in your little pictures.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Anthony DeSaro, who did our national anthem when we come on. That's a good opening. Anthony DeSaro, he's the deputy up at Aubrey Rogers High School, and I've known him for a long time, worked with him in the gang unit. I was actually his baseball coach at Naples High School. Great athlete, but
cute.
yeah, so much good stuff there. Please get on there. We'll start watching. We got
Good
a lot
morning,
of people.
Aaron.
A lot of people on. Yeah, let's go. Let's
Aaron
Aaron
in the house.
Hey, Aaron, how are
Happy
you?
Friday.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yay. That's good. We got a lot of people jumping on, and then let's go real quick. Go ahead.
It's Happy
Lois.
Good Friday.
Happy Good Friday.
Yeah.
And we can
that's
say
not just-
Friday-luya.
That's just not Friday. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Happy Good Friday. But no, it's important. We get that. We got a couple. We got to do a little bit of housekeeping just to make sure we got our great sponsors, and then there's
Shout out
Joe
TC
back
Clinics,
again.
Jeff
Yeah.
Delaney,
yeah,
Naviva Weight Loss.
yeah, Jeff, yeah, Naviva Weight Loss. Now I will tell you that Pat Jira is the one and only. He's not only a
They're not only a
but
sponsor, I'm a member,
He's
yeah.
a member, yeah. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, we're actually going to go over there today and shoot some content, have some fun with Mr. Delaney at his offices. And shout out to Jeff Delaney at Byron Donalds and Tito Ortiz on his podcast yesterday. And we have Tito coming in the house today to be on Politicking with Jira Larry Love. The champ will be in the building.
Champ will be over here at the studio and really good. And then Paradise Lights, holiday and outdoor lighting.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be
Corey Adams.
I need to give
Corey
them a little
Adams.
call.
Yes.
Yes,
tag
please.
Corey Adams.
Yeah,
Does
we'll tag you in this.
great
and then
work.
You got Lois has got. Can you next Friday? Could you bring in some pictures of your backyard? Tell us a little bit about the
Yeah, I
butterflies.
had Glenn and Gene
some,
over yesterday.
some
and
video and
I'm
stuff
not
like
Gene.
That's always
Glenn.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I lost it all in the hurricane, and then the second hurricane came, and I was like, screw it, I'm not going to do it. But now I know I need some lighting, and so why not?
Yeah, all very good. And also a big shout out to Michelle Burgo at Selfit and getselfit.com. Thank you so much we're affiliate. That's an affiliate link for us, but jump on there, find out more about it. Again, I've been on.
I need to buy some from you because, right, you're an affiliate?
Well, you can, if you go to this site or Michelle, and then it just goes,
Okay,
you
all
can
right,
go right
yeah.
through. But yeah, so that I'm on, I think day, 14 or 15. But yeah, it's
Feel fit?
I'm feel fit. Hey, I'm 58, right?
58.
So 58.
Ready for the push-up
Yeah,
contest?
so it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, the push-up contest. I think I'm ready to take on.
You ready? We
somebody.
got the
I'm a sleeper. I'm a sleeper.
You are a sleeper.
Yeah, I'm a sleeper.
In many ways.
Yeah.
We got the cold plunge contest next Friday, too. That's going to be
Yes.
dangerous.
Oh.
So we do. That's in the works. Now, I know we've told you guys a lot about these contests we're having, and we've
they're
yet
bringing in a
pull one
cold
off.
plunge on Friday, so someone's
In
got to
here?
get in here.
We're bringing it in here.
We'll
So
we'll announce the sponsors.
the only concern I have is we got to get some waivers signed, because I don't want
We
anybody
it
going
could
definitely
get
down.
competitive, and someone just stays in there, and
Well, they're
things
only
get
supposed to stay so X long, right?
supposedly 3 minutes, but then I heard a couple guys who are in it so they could stay 6 minutes. So enter at your own risk.
Yeah, it's one of those definitely.
Yeah, no,
enter
not
at
a
your own
good-
rate. Yeah, you got to be
All
careful.
fun and games till you die in the cold plunge.
Yeah, we don't need that at the studio.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll push it out on the street.
Yeah, if you
I
want
think
to,
that's what we'll do.
So if you want to die outside in the cold plunge, it's fine. Just
Yeah.
not in the studio.
Yeah, exactly. So we always play this game, and we're gonna do a little change up
Bonus.
as well, a little bonus. So we play this game called Stump Pat Jira, and if you name a football player that has played in the NFL from, like, say 1995 and up, played first, second string, something like that, he's got some playing time that at least we kind of know or has been on a little bit. Pat Jira will tell you what college he played for. So that's a big thing. And then also, how do you want to do the
music
music
contest.
trivia contest? How's that going to work?
Just like we're still coming up with the exact terminology, but I am well versed in 80s music, so I don't know how we want to. You can maybe name a song, and I'll tell you the artist.
Yeah. The problem
Wanna
is,
do
what
with
I
that?
would love to do is play the song,
Play like a little clip,
like but what
name
happens
that
is,
tune 80s music style.
yeah, but what happens is they on YouTube they copyright violate any
well, you
even
should
if it's-
only be set by the first couple of bars.
Well, maybe we can get away with that. Maybe we
I'm
can
sure.
try
I'm sure if you do like a 3
I
second,
think
there's
I think there's a
there's usually-
check the rule 15 seconds.
yeah, it's
max,
something like that. Yeah.
Okay, this is how we'll do it for now. So you name a song, and Pat will probably try to get you within a year or two of when it was released.
Oh, when it was
does that
released.
sound
No,
good? Are you
name
able
a
to do
song. I
that?
could name the artist, or name an album, and I'll name the artist.
Okay, let's do that.
We'll
Something
come
to
up
that.
with
When it
some
was
official.
released,
But
good
Yeah.
Lord.
yeah,
Well,
I could
the
probably
year-
tell you the year the album was. Again, 80s, heavy on the
On the
80s. Yeah, we love Naviva as well, Jen.
We have one. We have a little bit of a competition here for you. Michelle comes in with Tiki Barber.
Tiki Barber went to the University of Virginia, second round draft pick, I believe, in the 1996 NFL draft, New York Giants.
He's pretty confident about it, Michelle. So can you give us a
Verify.
little thing that verify? It's always called
Trust but verify.
Verify. Yeah, that's good. Trust but verify. Tiki Barber.
Twin brother Rondy Barber also went to the University of Virginia, also a second round pick at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the 1996 draft.
There you go. There you go. Big shout out to
Next
we
question.
got a bunch of, next question. Very good. Now, if you do stump us or stump Pat, because Pat's got a lot of we call it useless knowledge, but
Yeah.
I can't. I'm actually getting a little bit more respect for the useless knowledge.
That was trivia.
There was something
Hey,
I
hey,
said the other day, and you were like, "See, now that I can, that's good knowledge. I can respect that." I forgot what it was. Remember?
Very little, but if you do stump them, the good thing is
Get a free
yeah.
shooting session at the Alamo or T-shirt from their beautiful large gift shop,
it's
and a free scoop of ice cream from Royal Scoop Ice Cream,
Yay, man.
thanks to Matt Moen.
yeah. And I will tell you, the Alamo range to go over there and shoot for an hour or so is probably worth 100 plus.
I think so.
Yeah. So,
Jen's got
Nice.
a good one. I just looked down.
let's
Jen.
let's bring it up
Wow.
real quick, Jen. We'll bring this one up.
Jen.
What do we got? Oh,
Jen's going shooting.
No, she's not. She's not
Where
going
did-
shooting. But
Where
I'll
did
tell you that
Luther
right. Interesting.
Live
So
Crew? Luther
yeah,
Campbell?
that is
Two
Two
Live
Live Crew.
Crew?
So Luther Campbell went to Miami Northwestern High School in Liberty City, Miami. Tremendous football powerhouse, and he had a brief stint at the University of Miami.
did he?
Right?
So
Is it right, Jen?
I don't know.
I
guess we gotta-
almost feel like
and-
that might be a trick
and-
question.
And
but-
I don't even think that I would even question Jen because she's pretty.
No.
She's savvy.
What
when
a
it comes to her
random!
sport.
Wow, Jen, where'd you pull
Especially-
that out? I didn't know.
especially Purdue.
I didn't know Jen Mitchell was a Two Live Crew fan.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Two Live Crew.
You know Two Live Crew?
Oh, I know Two Live Crew. Yeah, that was back in
Luke
what year?
Skywalker.
88, 89, real big.
Yeah,
I lived in Miami at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
throughout the early '90s.
Let's see what Jen got. Jen, yeah, she's checking it out now.
Checking it out.
Yeah.
I went Miami Northwestern High School, which is a football powerhouse, and then University of Miami. I don't think he really played much though, but
Luther Campbell.
he was a big
Yeah,
Miami.
Yeah, he was doing some stuff back then.
The swag.
Yeah,
the U
swag.
invented the swag.
The swag.
Greatest college football school of all time.
Yeah, there you go. Michelle says the bingo.
Oh,
on
Michelle
that,
fact checked it.
Yeah, she fact.
Yeah, I don't think he
checks it.
played
She got it
much.
right.
I think he was on the team for a little bit, but he really didn't get much playing time. Went on to do big things in the music business. But we digress.
Yeah, no, that's good. We like to digress in here. That's kind of what it's all about. Please comment, make sure you share the page. We need to get about another 400 followers on the page. Get us up to the number we need to get.
Yeah, we got a nice little notification from Facebook that we're
pushing over 1,000
trending.
plus views.
We're trending.
We're trending upwards. Yes, Jen writes in. He played for a minute at UM. We got another one here.
Yeah, Chicky put one in.
Yeah. Chickabee said,
Bow wow.
Carver.
That's a very random one, Chickabee. I'm curious why you picked that particular player. Shante Carver was a first-round pick out of Arizona State for the Dallas Cowboys in 1996, but he was a bust. Highly rated, but he did not pan out. That's a very random player you just picked.
Do you feel confident enough to play the Airborne?
I'm like 99%.
Chickabee, let us know. Let us know.
Very random, though.
That was a random one, but yeah. Let's see. We'll see. We'll get it out there. Real quick, let's go ahead with Lois has got some very good information, as always, of what's going on in Southwest Florida and what you can probably expect to maybe do, and people aren't aware of what's available in the summer. We call them, staycations, if you stay locally around Florida. And Lois has got up some really good information about the Florida World War II Heritage Trail. So, Lois, you want to fill us in a little bit about that?
I sure do.
Yeah.
When I used to teach this in the Collier County Schools with the Holocaust Museum, and we're not doing so much of that now. But I think with the anniversary, what is this, the 80th? No, what is this, 2015 from 1945 is what?
60.
What
we got 65 plus. You're making me do math. 7 years, so 80 years.
It's got to be 80 years.
80
okay,
years.
80 years. Okay, well, this is the 80th anniversary of the ending of World War II. But in 1999, Governor then Jeb Bush his staff team put together Florida's World War II Heritage Trail, because very few people know the role that Florida played in helping us to win World War II. And when I tell people that, they go, I'd like to go walk that. And I said, well, you better get a bunch of shoes because it's all over the state. And people they've just forgotten. I'm sure in the earlier days they did with what all Florida did in terms of training. That's how we got the airport down at off Airport Road, the regional airport, how Mockley got its airport, Pageville. They were all designed and set up to train the fighter pilots. So what you have here, now I have a handy-dandy little book because they're hard to get a hold of. I think they're going to be printing some more. But you can go online, and if you just Google if you Bing.
Bing it.
Yeah, Bing it. Florida's World War II Heritage Trail, and they'll probably have the link set up somewhere on the page. Then you can actually go to the actual page, and you can see, and it's color-coded. You can see it color-coded by each county area, regions, what's going on from Miami, Collier, Lee, Charlotte, whatever, and so forth, and so on. But some really wonderful things, and a lot of the airports, the statues, the tributes are still up, and they have ceremonies all around the state. So if you're around in the summer and you want to do a little history tour, and if you're into military, if you're out and about, this is a great place to go and take a look at what's happening around the state.
And if you got your camera with you or your phone, go ahead and just shoot a picture. There's the link up there, too. You can get it, shoot a picture.
If you Google it, you get a much better picture. And actually, it also has a 72-page guidebook. So this takes you through every And you can see every place on the state where they have something, they tell you what's there. It needs to be updated. Some of the things aren't there, like the military museum is not noted on that. Hey, you need to write them and say, no, we need to update this and that.
Military museum.
It's not on there.
Yeah, what I was saying too, though, is if you take a snapshot, then you'll have the link so you can go back and refer back to it. So yeah, there's definitely a better view of it online at the website for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And they also, a couple of pages over, we didn't put that page up, but they have submarines that were shot, destroyed, and transportation boats, the merchant ships that were destroyed. And there was one German submarine that was destroyed. A lot of people refuted what one sailor said he saw, but years later they did find that there is, and it's marked on the thing here. A lot of people don't know that the Germans, Nazis, found their way. They took and they rode up on shore, and they were able to get on land. They were trying to get to New York City to destroy the subway. To put they were going to throw sand in the gears of the subway. Ever how that works, I don't know. And one of the guys got afraid and turned himself in, and then the other Germans were caught. So there are a lot of great stories. They trained for Normandy here. Doolittle actually flew into here before his flight. Doolittle raid, remember all that?
Yep.
So anyway, it's just a great time to have the staycation. And also May is Military Appreciation Month, the whole month long, and I'll be bringing that in. So your business, your families, whatever you want to do, you can each week do something interesting or new or educational for your child to explain what the different months stand for, what the different weeks stand for in May.
Yeah, and what's good about it is it's here, local, doesn't cost a lot. Go to these places, learn about them, and that's one of the reasons, I talk to Wayne a lot, talk to Lois a lot, because they really give me a lot of information about what is going on, especially military-wise. If you go into Mission Barbecue and you start looking at all the pictures on the wall,
I just tagged Beth and Joe.
Just some really good stuff. We got let's not digress too much. But Chicopee.
I thought you talked to me a lot because you want to learn a lot.
Yeah, I do. Amazing what I learned from Pat Jira. Actually, he's a very knowledgeable guy. But yeah,
so said as only Chicky can say.
Yeah, because he sucked and he violated the drug policy.
Yeah, he was I believe he was first or early second round pick.
Oh, what a shame to throw your life away.
You must be a Cowboys fan, Chicopee. I take it.
I was until Jerry Jones came in and fired Landry. I've never man, if I get mad, I don't ever forget.
Don't forget that. I'm like, Lois, Lois.
I can't. I want to like him. I just can't.
Turned out to be the right decision.
We have one more. Charles
Chicopee's is fine. Michigan State.
Charles Rogers she has for
Michigan State.
Oh, Michigan State.
Yeah.
Are we confident enough for
high draft pick of the Lions? Actually,
are we confident enough for a DJ?
Yeah, unless there's another Charles Rogers that she's talking about.
There might be another
wide receiver, Michigan State.
You never know. Yeah. So good stuff. Pat's, what you're 2 for 2 right now?
3 for 3 with the Tiki Barber.
Oh, Tiki Barber. Yeah, I would like to say that's a given, but I wouldn't know. And then you threw it in his brother.
Yeah, twin brother.
Yeah, twin brother.
Do you watch basketball?
No, I used to. I haven't watched basketball in years. Used to be a big NBA fan in the 90s, early 2000s.
I'm looking at the Celtics big time right now.
Yeah. You're a bandwagoner.
No, that's my neck of the woods. It's my neck of the woods. I wanted to bring this up too, and I know Lois doesn't always want to do the whole Wayne.
Speaking of which,
okay, Wayne,
Captain Wayne Smith
is
phone. But no, answer. Put him on.
Yeah, put him on. Put Wayne on. Be like, we actually got his slide up. Bro.
Yeah, we got his slide up.
Mind your manners. You're on
live.
You're on live.
Good morning, Captain.
Captain.
Can you hear them?
Yes, can.
Good morning, sir.
Are you there?
Yeah, he said good morning.
Oh.
Good morning, Captain.
Hey, good morning.
Are you watching?
Oh yeah, but I couldn't find you.
Okay, well that's enough. We don't need all those details.
I'll be nice, Lois.
Wayne,
we got you up right now on the slide.
Cambria Parkway has been also known as Captain Wayne Smith, and it says Captain Wayne Smith is also, it's been named under you, and we
love
are
it.
so honored and proud to have that
so
in our
awesome.
city. So I'm not sure if you can hear us
He's
or
so
not.
humble. No.
Maybe you can hear us.
You got that
That's
chuckle
amazing.
happening. Yeah, and he's looking at the POW chair. This is a charming little place. They've got the tribute to all the veterans who have served in the war. Then to the left of that, they have a Vietnam memorial. What he's looking at is a POW chair. Behind
See if I
him
can
is a
bring that in.
revolutionary.
Maybe I can bring that in. Yeah, there we
There you
go.
go.
There we go.
And
There you go.
getting a lot of love in the comments for Captain Wayne Smith.
Yeah,
Oh,
too.
Captain Wayne
oh,
Smith.
yeah.
Lots of love. Let's bring
I'm
him up.
chopped liver when he comes along.
Yeah, hello. Hello, Captain.
We love
There
you
we go.
both.
Yeah. And then behind them is the Revolutionary War. And when this darling young reporter, I shouldn't call her young, well, she is young, good Lord, but wanted to do a story on Wayne. I wasn't sure what it was about, so I didn't. I usually pre-screen it, try to get questions, etc. And there you go. Good one, Derek. Trying to make Patrick say, you know who. So anyway, but you know, the reason she said, why? She says, why are you so well known in the community? He says, my wife. And I said, well, that's about true because very few people, they knew him in the military, but now they sort of know him because I don't do it just to promote him. I do it to promote the Vietnam War, all veterans, all because this is how you learn and remember. It's like this young lady had no clue about POWs. Mm-hmm. And so we had a good time educating her. And knock on wood, we hope to be putting the Gold Star Memorial, the Woody Williams, Medal of Honor recipient from World War II. His mission is to get as many Gold Star memorials in to honor the Gold Star family. So we hope to have it down there. We'll be starting that project, and we'll keep you updated.
And it's wonderful, and I know Mike was involved heavily. Mike Randall was heavily involved in
Mike
getting this
and Mayor
there.
Heitman.
Mayor Heitman, and thank you so much for caring and taking care of our veterans.
And of course, the city officials that were responsible. I'm sorry I don't remember the names, but they were all responsible for making this happen. And so, yeah, it was a good thing. Mayor Heitman is really favorable to veterans. I mean, she's there at every event, always trying to do something. The Collier County Veterans Council, they have their meeting
Gary
Thursday.
Price when he was, I'm sure, too. Coach Kramer.
And Coach Kramer. Go Eagles. So
that's right.
he still says that. So anyway.
Go Trojans.
Who?
Trojans. Laley.
He's a Laley guy.
Laley guy.
And listen, I love all the schools, high schools.
He's a Laley guy, yeah.
Great high school.
It's good. I like working over there. Laley was good.
Yeah,
I like
they're
Naples
great.
High. Obviously,
Golden Gate High School was great.
Golden Gate.
Barron. I usually know them from the JROTC. And
yeah, and a lot of people say that when they, with real estate, they're like, "Oh, we want to be in this high school." That listen, Collier County Public Schools. I mean, I know they take a beating every election season that comes around, but Collier County Public Schools, we do a wonderful job. We got wonderful teachers, wonderful people.
Shout out Jen Mitchell and Eric Carter, Stephanie Lucarelli.
Yep. And then all
Tim
all
Mosier
those,
and
Tim
Jerry
Mosier.
Rutherford.
Jerry Rutherford.
Won't say we won't say the other person's name.
Listen. Anybody. I got the respect of anybody who jumps in and runs.
You can
but,
say whatever you want.
Yeah, say what we
There
got.
you go.
But yeah. So as you can see, keep these comments coming. We got a little hello, Wayne. We also have, let's see here. Lois Bolin, bring back the annual Southwest Florida Veterans Gathering, please. Love seeing all of our Korean War vets get together. Yeah,
we should do that. This is the 80th anniversary. It's usually April the 14th. That was the official ending of World War II, the European theater. And then, of course, anyway.
That's it, yeah.
So that's we used to do to keep the spirit of 45 alive. So we should do that. Thank you, Chicky.
Favorite World War II movie of all time, Lois?
Oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Torah. I like
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
What about you, Timmy?
Favorite war?
World War II
I'm
movie.
more of a Vietnam War guy.
Well, there's so many
obviously,
Vietnam.
but
I know it's the greatest Vietnam War. I mean, you got what?
We were
Platoon,
also soldiers.
To
Yeah.
Hamburger Hill.
Oh,
Hamburger Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good ones.
oh, I do like that. That's with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
Well,
some good ones.
yeah.
Mine was
War
Rambo.
Rambo.
That was based on a true story, right?
Yeah.
That was a real guy, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Patrick's a Rambo guy. Please for the comments, put out what's your favorite war too. Or let's say war, because we want to have some
Yeah,
people.
that's a
You
good
know,
idea.
we don't
That'd be
love
great,
them, but
yeah.
that's but
Yeah.
some
You know,
great ones.
I'd suggest that number one, it's interesting for people to know that our war was over 8.5 years
Yeah.
of
can hear.
flying
Can we hear him?
over North Vietnam.
8.5 years
I
the
can hear.
Vietnam War was, and then
yeah,
you
because
figure.
Eddie Alvarez was the first guy shot down.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
8.5 years, and I was only there for 5 years and 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, that's a long time though.
And,
I mean,
and comment
Oh,
below. We want to know
We got-
what your favorite World War
Yeah,
II or
yeah.
Vietnam
we got
movie
Wayne.
is in the
We got Wayne
comments.
jumping in saying I was only a POW for 5.5 years.
That's
I
all.
mean,
Chump change.
we lose our cable for 30 minutes, and we're
Lose
all
our
like
power
losing
for
our
2
mind,
hours, and
Poor-
it's the end of the world.
Wayne, your sacrifice is amazing. I don't know if you probably can't hear us, but
Well, yeah, he's
yeah.
a POW, prisoner of war
Yeah.
now, so that's
prisoner
the
of
whole
white.
thing.
Good. Yeah, there's a lot. We got
Wow.
it's good comments that coming up though. But yeah, no, it's amazing when you hear Wayne's story. We actually did a podcast about. It's been almost a year and a half, 2
Year
years.
and a half, yeah.
Jump on 239 Uncensored. You can get it on Apple Podcasts or anywhere you can get your podcasts. It's on there. Have a great interview with Captain Wayne Smith, POW. Guy's amazing, and his story is phenomenal. There's YouTube videos that have him on there as well, and just sit down and talk to Wayne, and he starts telling us a
Amazing.
little bit about what he went through. It's just amazing.
I got the pleasure of getting Wayne's book too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
and got to
Well,
see Wayne play the
published
piano
book.
too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got a
Talented
video of that.
gentleman.
Actually, I'm going to play that video. But yeah, so Sab's
Good
on
morning,
this morning.
Sab.
Robert, good to see you. Robert Burke on here. We got a little bit of everybody.
Sab, they've been trying to stump me all morning, and I'm 4 for 4.
We still need some more comments.
Sab will throw a
Also,
good one in
share
there.
and like. Yeah,
Shout out to Sab. We're gonna go see him at the Outback here pretty
yeah,
soon.
we got to do that. I got to go down.
Go
and
see Sab today at
Sab.
Outback. I think he's a
Yay.
double best bartender in Southwest Florida.
Yeah, he is
He's a man.
good. Any bartender in Southwest Florida is pretty good right now because it's my birthday time. So yeah,
Heavy pours.
heavy pours. We need the heavy pours. A little bit about what's going on this weekend. Lois, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, you've got your veterans breakfast at Fleischman Park from 10 to 12. Gulf Coast Veterans and Friends. And it's Easter. So hopefully everybody has something special planned for that day.
I'm gonna be looking for eggs.
Yeah, you were looking for eggs.
Yeah.
Well, right now eggs are hard to find. So,
Now, you know what people are doing?
I'm gonna sell eggs.
what are they doing, Lois?
Oh, darn, I forgot. They were taking potatoes. That's it. They were coloring potatoes.
Gotta adjust inflation.
Well, that's how new traditions start.
Yeah, well,
you got to
That's
start
it.
somehow.
And
yeah.
that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Was it $8.99
a little
for a dozen
sacrifice is
eggs?
not bad.
A little sacrifice.
When you think about World War II and what they had to sacrifice, what they had to go through, oh my gosh, saving their gum wrappers, the tin foil for that, and it's crazy. Cray.
Hopefully, no Easter bunnies get attacked over the weekend too.
No,
That was
bunny.
terrible.
That
What
was
happened at the
crazy.
mall?
That was crazy. Well, it's good to see Shark is up now. Wow, welcome,
Good
Shark.
morning.
It's almost 8:40.
Thanks for
We're
getting
glad,
up
yeah,
this
we're glad
morning.
to see you're up in
Sunshine.
early in the morning. Yeah, that's good.
Dunkirk
Good.
is a
Way to
great
go.
movie, yeah.
Way to go. We're proud of you guys for getting up. We got Schindler's
Welcome to
List.
the party.
Chicken B. Like that.
Schindler's List. I mean, I guess it's a World War II movie. Really, so that's a
Holocaust.
tough one.
Yeah, it is.
No, I know,
Oh.
but just a
It's being
different
war,
different
yeah.
aspect of it. But actually, my daughter school took them to the Holocaust Museum.
Museum,
This
yeah,
week.
it's a
She
wonderful.
was touched. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a wonderful presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put up Dunkirk. Then I think
Yeah.
about now and think about
If I can get that.
Churchill, the different movies on Churchill. were pretty extraordinary.
Yeah,
There are like so many. I'm like, I
no,
can't
exactly. There's so many great World War II movies and Vietnam movies. Saving Private Ryan, obviously.
That was a real
Raising
good
the Flag.
really good.
Oh, that one. You know, there's a scene in there that just stays with me to this day. When somebody brings that up, I can see that one scene.
Saving Private Ryan?
Yeah,
Or which one?
yeah. It was just painful for my heart to see. So.
Tell us a little bit about what you got over there, Lois.
Oh, I just brought in some bunnies and some little fun stuff. Like I showed you my I have an Easter tree that's all decorated.
An Easter tree.
Yeah, I just kept my Christmas tree up.
I
Every
like
year I say,
Tim
I'm going to
leaves
live
his
it up.
Christmas tree up all year too. So
Good. Do you really?
No. But I do keep my Christmas lights, but I got the new type of lights where they go in the eaves and they stay up there all year.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of good.
Did Paradise Lighting do that? Or
they are going to come by and do some other stuff for me. So yeah. Paradise Lighting, those guys are amazing. They're going to do some stuff in the studio too.
Yeah.
So
Sweet.
yeah, it's always good.
So I just brought in the little bunnies and all that little fun stuff because it's
Easter weekend.
It's Easter weekend, and while people always say, well, it's about Christ. Excuse me. It is about Christ, and we certainly understand that. And there's so how did the Easter bunny and eggs become associated with Easter?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you kind of Google that, Google it, Bing it, it'll tell you that the eggs were the first thing that the medieval people could eat. After a big frost, they would put their eggs and save them under the ground and so forth. And when it became spring, before they could plant crops and so forth, they could eat the eggs. And that whole egg tradition of looking them up, and there are lots of traditions. So it's never going to replace Christ,
right?
His rising, but it does mix together. I mean, and that's what we associate it with. So.
Larry Love. Good morning.
Larry Love. Hey, boy. How you doing?
Larry's been a worldwide traveler. I can't believe he's up right now because that guy is like, he'll call me at different places in the United States and the world. Yeah, right. So welcome, Larry. Thanks for jumping on the show. Yeah, this go is good. A few more. We got Platoon.
I want to know Larry Love's favorite World War II movie.
Platoon with Naples resident Tom Berenger.
Yeah, Tom Berenger. He hangs out at the Outback in South Naples here and there. So we were talking about Tom Berenger actually the other day. Platoon is a good one, Sab.
Yeah,
gotta get Tom Berenger on the live. Sab, next time Tom Berenger comes into Outback,
I got his number. I can call.
Call him right now.
His wife. I'm gonna see if we can get him.
Call him on air.
I'll try.
Tim gets on me because I call people 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Tom Berenger on the air.
It's not 5:30. It's 8:42.
No, I'm saying I called someone early, and Tim's like, I can't believe you're calling them. I said, they're school teachers, so they're up early. It was like 6:30.
Tom and Laura. There we go.
Are you really gonna call him on air?
I don't know if it's probably a good idea.
Nah, let's not do it.
Movie Sniper, amazing.
American Sniper,
I do
Major League,
wonderful.
The catcher with the bad knees.
I got to
great movie, Major League.
We were texting back and forth.
Wild Thing Vaughn.
We'll
work on getting him on. Sab, you can put the bug in his ear too.
Yeah,
that'd be great. Real quick, we're gonna have Chris Worrell coming up next. Chris is
Larry said he likes enemies at the gate.
J6. Basically, we call political hostage.
So Larry's got enemies at the gates. Enemies at the gate.
Okay, very good.
And then Sab said,
13.
What it's
Benghazi. What was the movie? 13 Hours.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was good. You know what's a good one too is Black Hawk Down. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. My mind starts clicking.
Yeah. Sab says Timmy G has everyone's number. One way or another, he does.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether it's their phone number or just their number, yeah.
It's funny too because
don't get on Timmy G's bad side.
Yeah, probably. I had one guy. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But Derek Carlson put up there earlier what college that Pat Dearborn went to, and Pat's back on.
Pat, whoop.
Oh,
no, I didn't say the whole thing. I didn't say the whole thing. I didn't. Yeah, I know. I was gonna say FSU. That is a real college. I looked it up. Yeah, it's in somewhere in like Maryland or DC area.
Oh, wait.
As we just lost the screen.
I lost the camera.
We knocked it out.
Phone. Yeah, we knocked it out because we were talking about.
Get off that phone.
Yeah, we knocked it out.
He's trying to zoom in and be cute.
I was trying to see if I can get you some push-ups out of you.
Well, I didn't say the whole name, number one, but I did some fact checking. It is a real school, and the gentleman there mentioned did play at the school.
Next question.
Yes, sir. Good morning, P.
We got Pearl Harbor, Larry Wilcoxon. Yeah. That's you called him Pat. You said
Did
Pat,
you?
and then you called him P. I think we.
James Bradbury.
That's a corner to nickel. That's a good one.
Frost-proof.
Wait. He's got somebody.
What do we got?
Yeah, Frostburg State. But no, that's for the gentleman.
That's Patrick.
That's where he went, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's got him.
Chris got him.
I didn't
Chris
say the
got
name.
him on the ropes.
I didn't say the name.
You almost had him. Buddy.
No, I'm talking about the football.
Yeah.
We stumped him on the football.
He did. I think he did. Yeah.
Prayers to Florida State.
I'm rattled now because I can't say, so and so's name, and you got me.
Yeah.
Look at that Beamer pulling.
We actually Pat Dearborn for you. We put up a slide and a little prayer for the folks up there at FSU.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting that up a little bit, but I told Pat, let's get that up there.
We have a lot of friends
we were thinking about you yesterday.
Kids that go to FSU.
I know that's got to be heart sinking when some information like that comes down and you're just trying to make sure your kids are okay. But again, another shooting, and unfortunately, it's terrible. But 2 or 3 days from now, we'll be just on to our own business, and that'll be forgotten. But we got to figure out something to get this taken care of. Yeah, it's crazy. But we're so glad your son is okay.
Absolutely.
That's important.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
James Bradbury. Did you answer that?
I think he. Well, I know the position. He's a nickelback.
I missed the question. So
freaking
Arkansas.
Where'd he go?
Arkansas
Sabatino.
State.
That's
Sab.
a good one. You got me. So 4 for 5.
All right. So what does he get?
So this air horn's for Sab, and
way to go, Sabby.
Sab probably he's got the Alamo. He can go to the Alamo.
He can go shoot, which he does not.
Ice cream.
But you get a free shirt, and then you get a free
some ice cream.
Ice cream for your kiddos at Royal Scoop, courtesy of Matt Moen.
They opened up a new place, and I just had to catch it on.
Where is Matt's new place?
I don't know. It's on 951 somewhere.
Well, it's close to me. Maybe.
It's somewhere in your area.
Oh, really?
But I know
he has
Sab will
one
go
at
to the Berkshire location.
And he has one at 10 City, which is my favorite place because you can also have lunch there, and they have the best food.
Yeah, they
M&M's Cafe.
M&M Cafe at 10 City.
Yeah, shout out to Matt Moen.
Yeah, we definitely, and going back to Patrick's thing here, and not to try to catch the other Patrick off guard, but mental health is a big thing. We got to really spend some time on that.
Yeah.
A lot of times these people.
Speaking of which, if you want to pull up that slide for
through the cracks.
Yeah.
Let me pull up a slide. We've got something coming up, and this is a big.
And Sab, we got your dad. He wants a shooting session for his dad at the Alamo.
Oh, okay.
So nice.
We got it. Yeah. So
I'll come see you.
We know that our man John Huffman is going to be putting on an event. It's going to be mental health, and it's going to be at the Destiny Church on May 24th.
Yep.
Don't see a time up there yet, but we will get there. I think you're a sponsor in there.
I am. Yeah. John asked me to be a part of it. I was very honored that John Huffman asked me to be a part of it. So I will be, from a social media and promotions aspect of it, some I believe in as well. So great event. I know last year they had an amazing turnout. So I believe it's from 10 to 12 a.m., but we'll confirm that as we get closer to the dates. But some great gentlemen speaking, John Huffman, Stephen Perez, pastor and doctor. I think he's adding more people to the lineup, but that's going to be a great event. Definitely got to take mental health seriously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is Facebook got this post
yet?
Facebook,
Instagram. I got it on my accounts. John's got it on his accounts, and we'll promote it more as we get closer to the dates. And if you're interested in getting a ticket, you can message myself or John Huffman.
Chicky, he's not ignoring you. He has a lot of other people to answer.
Chicky, thank you so much. It's sweet. So last night, we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but last night I got to go out to dinner to a new local restaurant, which is great.
Wait, what?
We got
we
got to get Chris on too because
Yeah, we gotta get
Blake
Chris
pulling up,
on.
and we're going to be
we got a
crunched
lot
for
going on.
time.
But I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what we got going on this weekend. But yeah, I like low key birthday stuff.
We'll save the food reviews for later when
food reviews. Yeah,
when Chef Blake was in the parking lot.
Chef Blake in the parking lot, but
whipping up something
about this mental health. Again, if you've never been to a John Huffman event, they're great. Brings a lot of drive, momentum, a lot of spirit, a lot of inspiration to all of his events. So definitely mark your calendar, May 24th, and I believe it says from my eyes are not that great, but I think it's from like 11 to 4.
Did I get the time
It's like
okay.
11 to 4, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I got
the
see it there. Yeah.
I got it up on my page.
Yeah, so but just mark it on your calendar for the whole day. So yeah, Lois, thank you so much.
You're
We
so
appreciate
welcome.
you for coming
You're so
on. You are unbelievable.
Yes, I
And,
am.
Love Lois.
We love it. And
OG Naples.
OG Naples and
Dr.
Lois Bolin.
Yeah, Dr.
Dr.
Lois.
Bo.
Dr. Bo.
If so and so is the mayor of Freedom Town,
There you
USA.
go.
Yeah,
Lois is the.
Almost got
Goodbye.
him. Yeah. Thank you so much, Lois. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Lois.
I'll bring
yeah.
my garden pics next week.
Yeah. And then up next, we have, we're going to get some inside scoop, some story. We've had Chris Worrell on before. I'm going to give us a little update of how things are progressing or not progressing or wherever. And just get some good information. J6, political prisoner. And we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Chris is looking out the windows like they're about to get kicked in or something.
Chris is looking out the window. He's ready. He's ready to get going. Yeah, come on up, Chris. Then we see Blake running through here. He's just like driving through,
doing drive-bys.
Yeah, doing drive-bys and all that good stuff. Yeah. So, he probably knows Chris is jumping on and he's probably watching us. So yeah, but no, hey. So let's go ahead, Chris. You're a big guy, man. You like tall. We don't have to worry about you sitting on one of those things. So yeah, Chris Worrell. If you don't know Chris Worrell, again, title from me to you to J6, political prisoner. Anything else to add to that title there, Chris?
Pardoned. J6, political prisoner and hostage.
Right. Pardoned.
And
yes.
Not only that, on February 8th, Judge Lamberth nearly had to have a stroke when he had to sign my dismissed as moot order. And let me clarify what moot means, ladies and gentlemen. It means I've been arrested, no longer charged nor convicted, and moot becomes absolute when there's no evidence. So for all of you that have had questions about J6, and I got questioned the other night at a local event I was speaking at, Chris, you had to do something. Well, I guess the something was I showed up in my nation's capital with well over 2 million people to protest the stolen election. And then I was politically targeted and persecuted for being a Proud Boy and speaking up against the deep state establishment. So that's all you got to do, ladies and gentlemen, to get the domestic terrorist title. At least in the previous administration. Donald Trump's he saved my life. My Lord and Savior and Donald Trump, my wife, all people like you guys. So, wait, you go ahead with some, if you got some questions in that, Tim, because I've got some breaking news for the J6 community that's not really new news. It just finally has the right administration and people in our government that are deciding to release the truth.
Thank you, Lois. Yeah, Chris. I mean, we have some deeper conversations at times.
Sure.
And I've told you, like, hey, listen, I've had you on. I stand with the fact that you are pardoned. Mm-hmm. You did what you did, and I don't really see any situation where you should be sentenced for, I think it was
120 months.
120 months for what you even if you did do it, which I know we have that discussion, even if you did do it 120 months for what you did, I don't think any police officer, just to correct any type of record, because I've been in law enforcement for over 30 years, any police officer should ever get battery. I've had things happen to me.
I agree.
I've had terrible things happen to me, and they didn't even get filed on. They didn't even get charged for it.
Sure.
I think they're without a doubt, because of where you were, the situation you were in on that day, that you got looked at probably unfairly. And like I said, I have no reason to doubt it, because you and I have had some discussions, and I can feel comfortable knowing that you got looked at, you were charged, you spent time in prison
1,492 days
for things that you did not do.
What'd you officially get charged with?
We got the 7 felonies. This 1512 that everybody's aware of, the contempt of Congress that was fabricated from the Enron trial, and they tried to apply the C2 clause of whatever the government tried to spill on that, and that got disseminated, but the Supreme Court reversed that. But yet, we still took 6-8 months for judges to start acting on most of these cases to dismiss that 1512, which was, in many cases, the only felony a lot of J6ers faced. Then you got the glorified 1752s, which are glorified trespassing made into felonies. I had 4 of those.
Did you enter the Capitol building?
Never had any intent. And let's unpack something there.
So you were never inside the Capitol.
Isn't it interesting that the prosecutors brought that up at my trial, and they offered without provocation that they knew Mr. Worrell had no intent of going inside the Capitol building that day. Now that it's one absolute fact that they were following me the night before. And I can tell you why. Because outside the Grand Hyatt in Washington, D.C., somewhere between 8 and 10 p.m., I let my group of people know, which was mostly females, mothers, cousins, wives, do not, under any circumstances, enter any building in this city if it's not this hotel, a grocery store, or a restaurant. So why would they offer that without provocation? We weren't even talking about it at trial, and the disloyal, unoathful William Dreher, prosecutor, who has now left the federal prosecutor world and went and run and hide and work for some other legal organization, probably committing more atrocities on our Constitution. But so that, it doesn't take a genius to read the tea leaves here and go, well, why would they say that? We didn't even bring it up. It wasn't even being discussed. And if you knew I had no intent, because see, ladies and gentlemen, crimes, you all know, require intent. So I had no intent to enter a building. So how did I get charged with the 1512 C2?
Did you enter?
That's the
No.
question.
Okay.
No intent. It was
I-
stupid in my mind. It was a trap, I thought.
But when they say intent,
That means
versus
right.
Did you go inside?
Well,
You were
no,
ne-
I didn't.
You were
I
never
didn't.
inside.
Never
the
went
Capitol.
inside. Never
Okay.
made
So
it
you
past
might
the
want to
west
clean that up
steps.
a little. Yeah.
Well, that's clean in my case. If
Okay.
anybody
Yeah,
reads it,
just
they
let 'em
know.
Yeah.
I had no intent, nor was I going to be. And let's unpack that a little bit more. When that awning door to the left on the west steps, I call it the awning door,
Should have got a couple
set
more
up.
pictures.
When that was breached, I had to fight my way into the scaffolding to keep from being pushed in and up those stairs. I was not going inside. I saw that. I said, look, they're going to get these people inside. They're going to lock these magnetic doors that we all knew were there. And you're not getting out. And then it's just a free-for-all. Oh, just line the buses up. Let's have everybody get on. Everybody get their charges today. I saw it as a setup. So, well, and now you have...
One thing I said this before, one thing I can say is I remember seeing Capitol Police, in some cases, opening
Thank you.
areas for people. And if somebody opens a door for you,
You're
assume,
welcome.
or like if they move barriers for you. And then on the other side of the building, you had tear gas going, even on your
War zone.
So basically, there was a definitely mixed messages, mixed signals, mixed signs. Patrick, do you agree? Things like you want to?
No, I mean, you definitely, there's been evidence that it was, what's the proper terminology, definitely
Fedsurrection,
encouraged, definitely like a controlled chaos maybe that they wanted inside, outside the Capitol. But here again, like you said, you were smart enough not to fall into that trap as well. So I know it can be, you can fall into something like that easily, but you still, at the end of the day, you have to take responsibility if you did do something wrong,
Amen. Look, will I tell you I was unsinful that day? No. Did I attack police officers that day? No.
Because there's a picture.
And because they have a picture. Now, that's Exhibit
Mace.
A. Now, Tim, you wore a badge. You understand the side of law. You arrested a perp.
Yes.
You had evidence.
Yes.
You didn't just, oh, wait a minute, we got a picture of you standing over there in the corner with your arm out. You had physical and witness testimony for evidence.
Correct.
But there is none. Now, how is it you have 40,000 hours allegedly of video? I say add double that because they're not disclosing all of the video. We know there's multiple cameras that have not been released that magically they just happen to be in certain areas around the Capitol that day. You have the fact that you've got Tucker Carlson getting fired from Fox for exposing the escorted walkthrough by one Capitol Police officer of Jacob Chansley, better known as a QAnon shaman. Mm-hmm. They are unlocking doors with keys. But this is an insurrection. The people are trying to overthrow a government with flagpoles and some pepper spray, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just try to swallow that theory. As Tim pulls up this great picture, this is
the picture.
This is prosecution smoking gun Exhibit A, ladies and gentlemen. This is their whole case, the entire case. This is what they built their case on me over. This is where the judge said that Antifa was not there. We have no evidence of that. Despite the video evidence of Virginia State Police escorting 3 busloads of them in, and the guy underneath my right outstretched arm there, underneath my right elbow.
Now, that is pepper spray in your hand, though, correct?
Well, let's play the court game here, because I'm gonna err on the side of my brother Tim here, that was an officer. Tim, could you arrest me on that picture based on assault with a dangerous weapon?
I didn't.
If that's your only evidence.
I think I might have probable cause, but we don't. I do see a stream, but you have
correct.
You have nothing else. You don't know where that stream's going.
Correct.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So
okay, that's what I wanted you to unpack there, because
and who it's directed at. I totally.
And they want you to believe that my little 4-ounce can that is so small that you can't even see it in my hand. And the cops, we did some measurements on this. The first officer to my right, which would be to the right of the gentleman in the multicolored gray, brown, and blue hat there, was 22 feet from my right hand outstretched. But I assaulted officers with a dangerous weapon 22 feet away with a 4-ounce can of pepper spray. But they had fire extinguisher-sized people, not just officers, people in the crowd, had cans.
Canisters, yeah, canisters. Now, you told me you explained on the podcast, and you can go see it, 239 Uncensored podcast on YouTube. It's on Apple Podcasts. The kid down, or the younger, looks
crouching down.
Crouching down with the, is that, did you say you believe that's Antifa?
Well,
or you don't really know?
I can't give you the smoking gun evidence that that's who that is. However, if you were to pan out and have the full broad picture of that, he sticks out like a sore thumb. Now, I happen to have some words with him right before this moment.
Okay.
His fellas, because his boys, and there's a guy to the left of that woman with the mittens over her face. So they try to tell you that I pepper sprayed police officers at my level, where I'm standing, 22 feet to my right. Well, why is that woman covering her face directly in front of my hand? Maybe that my target was directly to her left, as him, this gentleman is up there, the guy underneath my right arm right there, and then they had a few cronies about 15 to 20 feet to my right that were breaking apart this black fence and were throwing fence rods up at the Capitol Police that were on the second tier above that. Mm-hmm. And that's where the munitions were coming from. And of course, I mean, Tim, you can please give me your input here, but even if you're in this situation and something hits you, even if it doesn't hurt, and you're already in this volatile situation, where's Tim's energy going to go? You're going to get pissed off.
Yeah, regardless of whether it hurts, it's the intention of whether
now I'm already jacked up. Your adrenaline's going 150%, and you just get hit with something from the crowd. You're trying to defend. In your mind, you believe you're defending against people, because I do believe 70% of the Capitol Police had no idea what was going on that day. Mm-hmm. They were just following orders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could probably.
And now we have we just had testimony with Matt Gaetz on his podcast of how I have it up here too. I did have it up. But we know that they've known for 2 years who the pipe bomber is that allegedly planted these pipe bombs. Multiple senators have come out and said, we have this evidence. We know a year and a half ago that guy was followed to a Marathon gas station in Virginia. And then the way they busted all of the January 6ers, we zoomed in on that phone and then followed it. And they have evidence that over 100 times before J6 and over 100 times after J6, that phone has entered a key card access DOJ FBI parking garage in D.C. So who's the pipe bomber? We know it was a Capitol Police officer. They just unpacked this, and they've said it. We know it was a Capitol Police officer that was working that day.
Let me ask you a question. Would you do it all over again?
If my president called me to come and help him with a voice, yeah, I would. To save my country? Yes. This is the biggest crime perpetrated on the American soil ever. Ever. The
crime isn't to indict, wrongfully indict you.
You indicted people.
How many total? And that's what I want to talk about. We talk about how many J6ers got indicted total that we know of.
I believe it's over 1,600 now. And up to the last week before inauguration.
Are they still prosecuting
these
cases?
No,
Have they totally dumped everything?
Certain judges have tried to be rogue, and they're trying. They just made a gentleman report to prison a week and a half ago because of fruit of the poison tree, which has been declared all the way up to the Supreme Court in these cases. Anything that happened under these warrants for January 6th is fruit of the poison tree now, despite whatever you found, legal or not, inside anyone's home during these raids, you cannot charge them for it. They've been pardoned and their cases have been dismissed. But you have rogue judges across this country doing it. Guy just had to turn himself in. We're still fighting for many. There's 14, I think, still that haven't received pardons, that have been charged with sedition.
Well, some haven't been pardoned. Some have been just commuted, too.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a lot of the Oath Keepers and some of the top Proud Boys and that were charged with sedition.
How did they make that determination?
I don't know. I wasn't. Yeah, obviously, I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
But my theory, I have a theory on that, and that they're going to use that case being it's the largest with the sedition charges. I hope that the motive there is to use that case to unpack the evidence as they take it forward, which will end up getting kiboshed because these judges are going to go, yeah, we're not going to hear this case. We're just going to finally give up because we don't want the truth to come out.
Where do we stand now? We got a couple more minutes. Where do we stand now as far as the folks like yourself trying to rebound from this? And I want to make sure I get a link up there if anybody's wanting to help. How are you guys doing? I mean, I know you talked a little bit about suicide. Not you yourself, but people that you know.
Look, there's guys up last week on Telegram in our J6 channel looking for $20 so you can eat. It is that bad, ladies and gentlemen. Our lives have been canceled.
Now, is that more from a mental standpoint, or you can't get work because
we are canceled, 100% canceled.
Canceled in what way? Because I mean, obviously, at least you have a voice, so you can speak out. So you got to kind of use that loosely, but. Do you say from a mental standpoint, people are suffering mentally, or they can't get work because they've been blacklisted of what they did, or all of the above? I'm just curious.
Every bit of it.
Okay.
Look, the PTSD and anxiety a lot of us are dealing with. It's a roller coaster ride. You look at my brother Ryan Nichols. He's on X. Anybody? He was going to run for office, and he realized, look, this is just outside of my realm right now. We're still unpacking our lives. We've only been home 80-something days. It feels like it's been 80 months. It really does. And everybody I talk to, it does. My wife, my friends around me, everybody says this. It's not. And I had to sit back. And I mean, you guys saw me since I've been home. You know, it was go time when I first hit the floor running. And I've kind of backed up because I realized, well, it's not even been 100 days yet. April 30th is Donald Trump's 100th day, and I believe a lot's coming. I had to settle back, and what saved my life, truly, and this is the last year of establishing the best relationship I've ever had with my Lord and Savior. I've left it to him as much as I can. Look, we can't, there's not a man alive that can just forget everything and leave it to him. But I have. Mostly. People ask me every day, how you doing? Well, the Lord's got my back. He saved my life. That's it. That's as much as I can give you. A lot of us, Jason, we don't have the means. We don't have the ability. Who's going to hire me? I have a proven background of running automotive shops in this county for over 20 years, successfully. I know I could walk into any auto shop and find 20% with not changing anything other than me running the show. Well, who's going to put me at their flag? Make me the flagship of their store? Nobody.
Not even Collier County?
Nope. It's J6's kryptonite. Who is going to stand up and I'll come run your auto shop? I promise you 20%. I have numbers to prove it. I'm willing to hear you. 239-431-1331. I'll come take a job tomorrow.
And are you willing to do other work besides running like an auto shop, starting out somewhere from scratch and working your way back up? Because I'm sure there's someone watching that needs people and needs help.
At almost 54 years old, I'm not going to bend over a car all day and fix it. And I do have that ability. I just can't physically. Physically, I don't know where I am medically.
Okay, fair enough.
So
I'm just asking because I'm sure there's business owners, managers out there watching that need help and need people. So
I'm in to discuss anything.
Okay.
But I'm not your laborer kind of guy anymore. You're going to be 54.
We call that spring chicken like me.
Yeah.
I'm not your spring chicken.
I can't hang with Tim.
You can't. Maybe Blake can use you on a job to remodel a building. But that'd be harder. Blake runs a tight. Blake runs a tight ship though. So
I see that.
We'll get you back on, Chris.
love that
Maybe we'll
hat,
do another segment with you because
Yeah.
we got to knock out these.
Yeah, we always and
These guys. So
Let them know though anything you want to plug, how they can reach you.
what's the website right now that I can plug in real quick?
it's givesendgo.com
Give.
/for Patriot support. I texted both you guys as you were on the show earlier. I didn't know if it was.
Yeah,
I should have sent it to you last night.
No, I just.
That's
no,
okay.
no,
we
that's
can
fine,
still
buddy.
we can
That's
still
fine.
get it up. He's got a QR
Here's
code.
my QR goes right to my Gifts and Go.
Perfect. You're good.
It went right into each of
I'd like to
okay.
try
Let
to
me
get it
see.
up. The QR code. Let me see if I can get that.
But
up
listen, if
on
you
here
can't
now.
help pick a J6er, guys. Anybody, please. There's ones out there. We need prayer support. Your letters were, a godsend in prison. Your messages on Core Links to us, the little email system we had. And if you can help financially, but any help you can give is far beyond appreciated.
And Lois is your great handyman too. So I guess anyone looking for handyman.
Yeah, you can call me. I'm a pretty good. I did some work for Lois and my favorite captain. Listen, that man. I know I'm trying to follow her show here after Lois did her freestyle. I don't know how to follow that.
That one, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah,
Lois
was
is
some bars this morning.
Amazing patriot, but and my captain Wayne Smith. Let me tell you, he was my inspiration in 1,492 days in some serious abusive times in jails and prisons, especially the DC Gulag. They tried to murder me, guys. It's that simple. I don't know how we don't have attempted murder on us. They have a contempt charge against the DC DOC in the jail on what they did to me. At the very minimum, it's severe aggravated assault because you had intent to cause me harm. They made it clear. Kathleen Landerkin all over her X page and Twitter page at the time, whichever it was, she was our deputy. She was the second warden in charge. She made it clear all Trump supporters need to die. So that's intent. Whereas they didn't have any intent or even evidence on me. And again, why'd they erase 7 hours, 26 minutes, and 32 seconds of my body cam footage that I wore that day? According to the feds, I wore it for decoration.
We'll have you back on, Chris. We appreciate you making time for us this morning. And
Thank you so
put
much.
the links
I'm
below.
get that QR code up. I
put
brought
the
it
link
over
in the
but for some
comments.
reason it
You
didn't
can
come
share all my contact information.
Okay.
I'm not worried about riffraff. I'll weed it out.
in.
But
There we go.
you can share that card anywhere. I'm not scared of anybody. And if anybody, even from CNN, wants to interview me and reaches out to you guys, tell them I'm on.
Well, Tim watches CNN all day, so I'm sure.
I figured that's why I put that out.
Yeah.
I know he's glued all day.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank
God
you,
God
Chris.
bless you.
Appreciate you,
Tim.
brother.
God
Bless
bless
you.
you.
Bless you. Bless you.
I'll see you guys.
Always good.
We'll
Hang
see you
tight.
soon.
And they got it. We got to.
God bless America.
Thank you, Lois,
our
for all the
president, Donald
comments.
Trump.
Yes. Yeah. I for you in a situation that you were in, parting words real quick for what you would tell. I think I asked you that in the podcast. What you would say to Donald Trump, or what
Man,
if you could
what
talk
do
to
you
him right
say?
now?
Thank you is all I know to say, but there's a million other words to go with that. He saved my life, and I know that. And for the record, I retract my statement at sentencing that I gave Judge Lambert credit for saving my life in November of 21 when he gave me a death sentence 5 minutes after my little sentencing speech. I forget the legal term for it. So he tried to murder me as well. There's complicity. We know it. And we need to right these wrongs in this country, guys. And I appreciate your time. God bless you all. I'll see you around as always.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Chris.
Appreciate you coming on, and we'll keep the word going for you. Okay.
God bless you guys.
All right.
Thank
Bless
you.
you. Bless you. Patrick. What's going on, my brother?
Got a lot.
That's a a sensitive topic, sensitive issue. But we got to hit it right in the square in the face. But then we go over to this guy.
We got all serious, and then
Yeah.
we got.
Chris, you're welcome to stick around and see this craziness. Who do we got in here now? We got the one and only Blakester, gotta get that up here. I want to get his costume ready. Blake,
Cute.
look at. Oh, here we go. We're ready to bring him on. Look at.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Okay.
If not just
Don't
Friday,
forget the
Good
reason
Friday.
for the season. Okay.
Reason for the season.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you got any bars? Lois
you,
had
Chris.
bars this morning.
No, I gave up those a long time ago, buddy.
Tim didn't get that one. Only a few of us did.
That's okay. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
What kind of bars?
Wow, not the good ones.
Oh, okay.
Let's go right into the news stories.
You guys, I can't be hanging with you guys.
Clearly,
You guys are supposed to be a good influence on me.
messed up my hat.
Yeah.
we're trying.
Ratatouille. Look at you,
We
man.
got a lot of slides we haven't gotten to. We
What's
got
up with
food
your
reviews.
what's with your headgear? You know, you can't. Is it all right? You have to hold it up.
Well, yeah, I'm going all in on the outfit. As it's
So you don't want to mess
funny
up the.
food review Friday.
Yeah.
So I don't want to change what we've been doing, what's been working. I can maybe try to.
No, it's all right,
Over
buddy.
this thing here.
Do what you
Let's see.
do, man.
what
But
you do,
I just
Blake.
don't want you to be uncomfortable. That looks good.
Now I
actually.
look more like.
Yeah. Now you look like a Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
Pepe Le Pew.
Got some. You got to be serious. You freaking went to sales for brunch, so this.
I know.
Got to get serious.
I know, but
here.
look, Friday fun food reviews
Yep.
still has to be fun,
Yeah.
no matter whether you're in the best restaurant in Naples, Florida,
Is
whether
that the
you're
best restaurant?
in a Michelin star restaurant across the world. When I come in here to Studio 239 on Friday, we're having fun. I'm dressing up. It's going to be lighthearted. The food review can still be phenomenal. It still can be serious.
And could be fun.
but I'm not going to be
No,
serious.
Let's go ahead and
And
just
we-
take a quick look at how sales was and what you did there. That was an incredible time. And let's take a look.
The best.
You doing bumps?
Yeah, you know I still do bumps. The best.
Wow.
The best.
Did you really enjoy it there? That's
Of course.
a great place.
Yeah, I've eaten there numerous times. The funny thing is I had never been to the brunch. I go to
Oh,
dinner
really?
there all the time. I had never been to
I've
the
never been
brunch.
to
It
it
was my
either, but-
first time. When I got invited, I said, of course, and brought my beautiful wife, and it was nice. We got to spend, about an hour and a half there. So the brunch, if you've never been to the sales brunch, it's a 2-hour brunch. It's all you can eat, all you can drink for a set price. And it is, if you want to order 10 rounds of the oysters, you can get 10 rounds of oysters. If you want,
Well,
four
more.
yeah, if you want
Would
4
you-
French toasts, you get 4. If you want 7 of those donuts, whatever you want.
Caviar too.
What if you wanted?
No, the
69?
caviar is extra. Caviar is extra. So the bumps,
What kind of caviar was it?
the bump, there was 2 types. I don't remember off the top of my head, but we liked both of them. One of them we liked the more. My wife and I, we actually liked the one that was more expensive. Naturally, it just was
It's
better.
your taste. It's your taste.
Yeah, I got,
mean,
I
come
got those
on, man.
expensive taste
A
buds.
little
So-
peons down here.
but no, I mean, everything there is top of the line. The service, of course, my guy rolled out special treatment for us, so it was amazing. They sabered a champagne bottle for us and poured my wife.
Did you have some champagne?
I did not have champagne. But yeah, no, I mean it's the quality of food there. The shaved truffles on their plate on eggs Benedict. I mean, it was phenomenal. The tuna tartare was great.
Mhm.
We had the pork belly was just delicious. The eggs Benedict still my favorite with the shaved truffles. We had the super fluffy pancakes. We had the French toast. The last thing, the French toast, it was like a dessert. Everything was great. The oysters, I did have 2 orders of oysters. They were phenomenal. We added the caviar to them. It just this is a place where you want to really treat yourself. You want the best service in town. You want some of the best food, probably in Southwest Florida. You got to go to Sales. I mean, Sales is a spot, and not only do they do that every single day, right? But they also do a ton of stuff for the community.
Yep.
And so I can't read that. So I hope
we're gonna pop it up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
we'll pop it up.
Relax, Blake.
You can see it. Yes, just but let me ask you this real quick. I want a quick question on
oysters, because you being a chef, could you give us a little rundown? I mean, I don't know if you know, but like, because we were talking about that, the different times of year, different locations and where the oysters come from and the different types.
Yes. Well, they come from all over the place. You got
right
East Coast, West Coast. You got Florida oysters. You got Louisiana oysters, which people are saying stay away from right now. There was like an issue with those.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you just got to.
Is it true the colder the water, the better the oyster?
Personal opinion. Like some people love Florida oysters. They're big and they're juicy and they're warm water oysters. Some people love those, right? Some people love Florida lobsters, but I like cold water oysters. I like cold water lobsters. That's just my personal opinion.
Sure.
I mean, I don't mind Florida lobster. I'll eat it, but it's not the same. It's not my go-to, But yeah, so, and then personally, because we spend our summers in the Northeast, I love the oysters from the Northeast. The Nantucket, the Cape Cod,
all kinds of different.
There's so many different names of them up there.
Yep.
There's some from Maine. There's some, so those are my favorite. I also like the clams and all those other good things that come up there. And
what do you put on your oyster? You do the whole.
I like I like
cocktail sauce.
Yes, I like that.
Lemon.
I like the it's called like vignette sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that as well.
A little vinegar.
Yep. Lately it's funny, man. I've been putting cracked pepper. So when they're super cold because they're already salty, there's like a little bit of cracked pepper, something different. So it's like salt and pepper. It's been something I've been doing. So I love oysters.
Yeah. We have.
You love all food.
Oops, got to bring it back up.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
You want to talk about this, Blake?
I do. So there is an event at Sales, April 26, 2025, from 11:30 to 2 p.m. You have to get your tickets at fldpf.com. It's sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin's Diamonds. I just had some Dunkin' Donuts. Sorry about that. I need to drink some more, I guess. Dunkin' Diamonds,
you hear that,
Sales,
Francesca?
and the Florida. What does that say? Trying to see what that says. The exact
Florida drowning.
Yeah. So the cause is for children and safe swimming, teaching kids how to swim, protection for your pool area. So this is a really, really important thing. A lot of children are hurt or killed because of drowning in pools. So especially down here in the Florida, in the South, where we have pools and most everybody's house has a swimming pool. Teaching your kids to swim, teaching your family members. We just did this at our house. I just put a pool alarm in my house. So I mean, like, I'm not just talking about it. I'm living it. This is an important cause. We want to make sure that your homes are protected. They have the gates. They have the alarms. They have the door alarms, and whatever you need to protect your pool, to protect your children. I even remember a story of a friend, who literally looked away for a few minutes and his daughter was in the bottom of the pool, and it was horrific. And this was a few years ago, and she lived, but like these are things that can happen in a split second. Our dog ran out of the other house the other day, take off chasing something, you know what I mean? And slipped, went right in the pool, could not find his way out. My wife scooped him up, picked him right up. Right after that, she said, we need a pool alarm. No, he can, but he just didn't know where the stairs were. So he only can swim for so long. He's going to run out of energy, So that could have easily been a drowning situation, not only for humans, but for animals too. So
yeah, bulldog. I had bulldog. Same thing. Freaking thing goes in the pool. I hear it. It's a good thing I left the door open because I'm like, I hear this splash, and it's not really a matter of. And bulldogs can't keep themselves up anyway, but he couldn't get to the stairs.
Couldn't get to the stairs.
How you gonna get? How you get
out? Yeah, it was just like the shock of it happening. He was trying to climb up on the edge, and he's just little tiny legs. There's no way he's gonna be able to do it. And then the stairs on the other side.
Yeah.
One of the most horrendous things, or one of the worst things we go to as law enforcement officers is if kids drowning, and you get there and. Hopefully you get there in time when you save a young person's life. But many times we go there as law enforcement officers, and unfortunately it's too late. And they're good parents, right? And you say, well, they need to be watching their kid. It only takes a second, and just make sure you understand, like they're
and like, my kid knows how to swim. I'm being transparent because I didn't want a pool alarm because I thought it was gonna be annoying. I was gonna have to disconnect it every time we go in a swimming pool, blah blah blah. But it makes sense. Like, what if my daughter falls and hits her head? She can't swim. You know what I mean? I know she can swim. I throw her butt in the pool all the time. Right. You know what I mean? But what if she hits her head? What if the dog runs out and then you don't hear the splash? It's a tiny little, little dog, so these things are definitely something that we have to be aware of. I don't know the statistics, but I've seen them before, and they're horrific. The amount of drownings and amount of issues that we have with pools. So this cause at Sales, the Limitless Brunch at Sales Restaurant, April 26, 2025, 11:30 to 2. Phenomenal food. You can watch my review. It's on Sales website. It's on my Instagram. The food is phenomenal if you've never been, and this time it's going towards a great cause. So we get the awareness out about drowning and drowning prevention right here in our local area, brought to you by Dunkin' Diamonds, Sales, and the Florida Prevention for Drowning Foundation, right? So that's super important. The food is super good, and we want to support local restaurants. That's why we're doing the food reviews.
Speaking of local restaurants, too, we'll save it for next week, but we got a chance to go to the Hangout.
We did.
2 guys.
Yeah, so you just did the spoiler for
well, I put up a
little teaser. Yeah,
I put up a teaser yesterday.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Shout out to Larry and yeah, I know that guy. You seen him around?
Yeah, I've seen him all around town.
Oh man,
It's everywhere.
yeah, he eats a lot.
Yeah, good. Got a tour of the kitchen.
Yeah, got to see him making the meatballs, man.
The
by hand.
meatballs.
Yeah.
We got a chance to sample. Shout out to Larry Felizi.
Yes, we got to sample a lot of things.
That's what I'm saying.
We ordered.
That's
a
what I'm
handful of
saying.
things,
He kept bringing out food for us.
One after another. And that's
try.
what the restaurant owners have been so gracious when we come out to do these food reviews. But we're polite about it. Whether we've been invited or if we just pop in because we're having lunch and we want to do one, we try to reach out to the owner, to the manager, and ask, like, is it okay if we do this? We're gonna order food anyways. You mind if we take some pictures, ask some questions? And then most of them like that, they send out a ton of stuff. They bring us in the back. They show us the kitchen. They tell us about the bar, the story, or whatever they got going on. Yeah. Which is what this is all about. Food is such a great topic to talk about and to showcase. But the people, right? Me, I'm a people person. It's all about the people. How do we show and share people's lives? And we do that with food, and we do that with video and media and stuff. So it's just great. I'm loving it.
And especially coming to the summertime, especially we want to focus on local places to kind of help maybe give them a little push because it's going to be.
That's my biggest thing. Support local.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like go to all these restaurants where it's starting to slow down. I see the car haulers out there. People are taking off. It's that time. Easter's this weekend. People are going to start taking off to the north, and we got to support. We got to keep our servers, our chefs, our people that clean the restaurants, and people that work inside. Who bring the food. All the stuff, the ecosystem around our local community. When the tourists and the people take off, we got to keep these people taken care of. That's important.
Yeah, that was good. Last night, and I know Chickabee's been wondering what's Tim been doing.
Well, Tim asked how he goes. I remember when I used to go on these food reviews with you guys.
Yeah, you guys.
What Tim fails to remember is he was invited to go, and
he's big time in real estate. You know what I mean? So we, you gotta go.
He's moving units. He's doing.
Gotta go out there. And
Joe Pavich.
I'm doing Joe Pavich and Pat Dearborn numbers right now.
That's good. That's good.
I got 30 more minutes, and I'm good, baby.
Yeah, there you go. Oh.
Doing good.
He hasn't said it yet.
No, I've been trying, man.
Said it?
No,
oh man, who's coming on? Who's coming to do the cold plunge challenge?
If we could just get into his head a little bit.
The cold plunge challenge next Friday that we're
going to do. Who's coming?
Did he agree to it?
We have Blake Becker.
Who's he? Who was that? Who's coming?
I don't know. I can say Pat Dearborn.
Got Pablo from 239 Nutrition.
Yeah.
Blake,
who else?
possibly Drew, possibly.
Drew. Oh my God, Drew.
And then that one guy.
It's a whole other discussion there.
He's a realtor in town.
Yeah.
That one guy that's a realtor in town.
Some call him the mayor of Freedom Town.
Oh yeah.
Freedom Town.
Next question.
Yeah.
Next question.
Well, so last night I had a chance to go out, and we've known this place as Sanibel Steakhouse. We've known it as Bo Campers.
Real seafood.
We're going to do a food review there too.
Yeah.
Well, Tim went there last.
Yeah. I don't think it's Real Seafood's one beside it.
That's right.
Yeah. So
that's
it was
right.
Bo
You're right.
Campers.
You're right.
Bo Campers.
You're right.
I went to to pronounce it Estia, I believe it is. Last night, unbelievable. You walk in, you're like, whoa, this is Naples on the high level. It's really nice. Yeah. And big shout out to Frank, who did the lighting in there, the sound, the audio, things like that. But yeah, Freedom Technologies, amazing. I got to meet the owner real quick on the way out. He's in there helping, bussing.
Service was great. First night it opened, they had a couple soft things, but I just wanted to just do just a quick little video of kind of what it looked like, and it's beautiful. They did a great job with it. Yeah, great ambiance.
Yeah, guys, this is a great ambiance, lighting, landscape.
Very well decorated. They had their own
fish market.
market.
So you can get those fish and they'll cook them whole for you right there.
Correct.
Like this place is phenomenal.
Open kitchen. Yep. Very professional.
Throw the fish around.
We can throw the fish. I'm sure they probably wouldn't.
They wouldn't mind.
But yeah, just a great time there. Yeah, it was super fun. Yeah.
Gee,
it was great.
for his birthday.
How was the food?
The food was good. It was really good. There was the menu. I was looking for. I'm like a guy that can eat like some gyro, things like that. But they basically had some shank. I had the lamb shank, was excellent. The appetizers before we even started were phenomenal. Yeah, they had some really different things.
Yeah, they have some from what I've learned, they have some really, really good things, some traditional items on the menu, and we have a huge Greek population here, with the church and the Greek festival. So I mean, I think this place is going to do phenomenal. I can't wait till we do our food review there. Looking forward to that. Got a couple other food reviews coming up. People are helping and sending us restaurants, which is great.
Yeah.
So Fun Friday food reviews will continue. It will be fun, and be on the lookout for something new popping up. Built to Eat. It's coming out. Be aware. Be aware. Built to Eat.
And if you're interested in us coming out, doing a food review, video, talking about it in the live, please reach out to us. We're looking for some places to go towards the end of May. We got a pretty good list here for the next month or so, but we definitely would love to come out to a local establishment, and
definitely want to support local. And even if not, if you're a corporate restaurant, we're not going to say no. Please reach out.
Fleming's was nice enough.
Fleming's took care of us. They did a really, really nice job. So
please, anybody.
You
were out of town. You were in Puerto Rico or Colombia.
You love you guys.
You get to travel.
You were at a 5-star Michelin restaurant in Puerto Rico, so I think you were all right.
You guys have been rough on me, man.
I don't know. We
Hey,
want Timmy G.
Look, it's not the same without you.
No, it's
not the same without you.
1,000%.
I got a cake yesterday for lunch. It was nice.
That
was a 1-star Michelin cake. I mean, I tell you what, it even had your logo on it.
Yeah.
And
big shout out to
Mickelson.
Mickelson's Bakery up in Bonita.
Yeah,
yes,
they do a good job.
He does a phenomenal job of all those types of things.
And we got to tee up a couple of these
let's roll through them. Let's.
Yeah, we got this one.
We got a lot.
Push-up contest, something like that going on. I'm really sure what this is.
What's going on? Who's this?
This is I don't know. You might know this.
You know who that is?
Blake Becker or Patrick Dearborn. I'm gonna go.
What'd she say? What was the second name?
It's about a push-up contest.
Yeah, well, who's in it?
Blake Becker.
I love you, Blake.
Oh, you hear that?
Oh,
you hear that?
There you go.
Who's that guy? Wait a second. Who's that guy?
I got to
familiar.
replay this. All right.
I don't know.
All right,
it's
guys.
awfully familiar.
Yeah.
Look at those guns.
Let's
telling you what.
replay this.
He's got to get a permit.
So hear it. Okay. Here we go.
Who would win in a push-up contest, Blake Becker or Patrick Dearborn? I am gonna go with Patrick Dearborn.
What?
Wow. It's your own trainer.
Okay, we're gonna see.
She gets to see you.
I do get sore shoulders. She's right. These shoulders are weak, baby. These shoulders are weak.
Yeah.
Shoulders are weak.
Certain somebody. Can you tag him?
I'll tag him.
Look at this picture. It's crazy.
No, Tim will attest. Someone called yesterday, and with the social media.
Yeah, we had a lady call yesterday in social media, and she's a very nice lady. She said, "I want to be." Don't do the accent. She goes, "I want to be the next Pat Dearborn."
Okay.
As far as social media goes,
can you do that for me?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work and a lot of money.
You got a lot of energy. That right there is a good shirt, though. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, that's good. Good shirt.
What else we got? We got a lot of slides that we can roll through.
Yeah, we got another one. We can kind of keep ourselves down here.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
we can skip that one. We get some of the news items. I know
you guys do that. I got to be at an appointment. So thank you guys for having me. Fun Friday food review.
I got
a 9:45.
All right,
at the office, so it's 2 minutes away.
Make some money.
2 minutes away.
Got to bring in some dough to keep this thing running.
Thank you so much, and I apprapeciate you dressing up like
of course
a fun guy. And thank you. Have a great Friday. Have a good weekend.
Podcast.
I'll be back here. Yep.
Yeah. And we'll see you.
Yeah.
A little bit later.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Can't get rid of me that easy, Timmy.
No, I don't want
Just
you
going to
rid
the
of
office real
me.
quick.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Be
right back.
Love
Yeah,
it.
all
Okay.
right.
Yeah. So, but Patrick, we got a few stories. We got a few
we
things
got
to
a
go
lot
over.
of stuff we can roll through.
Yeah, we got to go.
You want to do the
Let's
ice
talk.
cream or the
Yeah, let's.
yeah,
let's go. Let's see what we got. We talked a little bit about Astoria. We need a lot of participation from our.
We want to
guests.
make this interactive,
This is interactive
fan viewer show.
We definitely need to have.
So
that.
we want to get your guys' opinion, right? So
Right, absolutely.
we want to get people's feedback. We
Yeah.
enjoy hearing from all our listeners out there. Okay, we'll start with this one then.
This is always a good one.
Sam's Club to remove self-checkout machine from all 600 stores in a huge company shakeup. I'm just curious to know, when you shop, do you use self-checkout or do you traditional go to the register? Want to hear how you guys shop out there. And obviously Sam's Club is Walmart, so I wonder if Walmart's going to start trending that way. I don't think so because of staffing and stuff, but because Walmart now is pretty much all self-checkout, right?
Yeah, what I don't understand is Sam's just put in like this big. It's like a blue machine where you walk through it and it actually scans everything or can be able to detect everything.
So you don't even have to scan each individual.
Well, this I think is if you notice this blue thing, I'm just trying to figure out what they're trying to get rid of. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. Sorry, kind of get this worked out.
Yeah,
just
no
a little
problem.
bit. But yeah, so if you look, you'll see this blue machine.
Right.
Supposedly when you
It
push
catches-
when you push the cart through, it kind of checks to
Catches
make sure
every-
that you're not. There's
It's like a
RFID
backup defense
in
or
there.
something,
Yeah,
basically.
So I don't know what they're getting rid of. Are they getting rid of that? Or are they actually
says
getting rid of the
self-checkout
person
machines.
self-checkout? I love the scan and go.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
the
It's
scan and go. So probably they're
convenient
just
'cause-
talking about the self-checkout itself.
Yeah. Well, just curious how people shop out there. Because there's like Costco still traditional. There's no self-checkout at Costco. Publix kind of adapted to it in the last couple of years. In some stores, not all stores.
Mm-hmm.
But we were just talking the other day how Walmart's, is it a win for them having that because of all the theft too? But I guess they, do the numbers at the end of each quarter and they balance it out. But are you a fan of the self-checkout?
I like it. I use the self-checkout only for things that don't require stuff getting weighed, but I use scan and go when I go to
Because you can weigh
Sam's.
stuff in self-checkout. Though,
I know,
too.
but it's like, to me,
Pain
it's
in the butt.
kind of a pain in the butt because then you have to look up the code and you have to figure out what goes with what. But I actually like the scan and go. You just scan it yourself, and then when you walk out, what it does, it gives you a barcode. You walk out through the thing, and you're good to go. So yeah, that
Good
to me
to go.
To me is much better.
What else we got
Yeah,
going on?
we always talk a little bit about.
This one's an interesting one, huh?
Yeah, this is crazy, man.
Florida man,
Yeah.
in this case, Collier man, right? So, because you can search Florida man every day and some crazy comes up. But this happened in Collier County. Florida man arrested for going over 100 miles an hour in a school zone and almost hit a school bus. And I think they found some drug paraphernalia on him as well. I mean, that's absolutely
Unacceptable.
yeah, I mean, you don't speed anywhere, right? No, speeding's bad. But in a school zone is unacceptable. And I'm sure, obviously, due process and see what happens. But, I'm sure there'll be some harsh punishment handed out in that scenario.
Big question. Have you ever found yourself going through a speed zone or a school zone and you kind of like, oh, crap.
So
shit. I messed up on that one.
I've gotten my first and only ticket till 2 years ago was like 2008, 2009. And the school over by Gray Oaks, across the street from Gray Oaks. What's that
Yeah,
school
that's
there?
Point Siena.
Point Siena.
Point Siena
So
Elementary.
literally completely clean driving record and going through the school zone and just, I'm probably 30, 40 feet maybe from the end of school zone. So I kind of stepped on the gas a little bit, not crazy, but just enough, I guess. And I got a ticket, and it was the only ticket I had gotten in my life.
So
No, I think I told you this story
Yeah,
before
you told me
too.
something about so a school zone, as you know, can get really expensive.
Oh, it
if
got
you
whacked.
go-
So
yeah,
this was in
yeah,
2008,
yeah.
2009,
Yeah,
and it was like $246, which is probably equivalent to $500
yeah,
today.
yeah,
You know,
it's
so
expensive.
I got whacked, and again, it was just getting ready to get out of school zone, but still, I guess, sped inside that school zone. So another reason to be extra careful, because obviously there was no kids around and stuff like it. It was the end of the school zone, but
yeah. No, it's-
Carl
that's a-
Steinoff in the house.
Yeah, Carl says there's still a checkout,
is there in
self checkout at Costco. Carl too. We have
really?
we have your
You talking about
slide.
Sam's?
He said there's one at Costco, so I don't know. Maybe at his. I don't know. We got to go by there today. Maybe that's our lunch. Costco lunch. We're due once a week there. Yeah, Costco. Maybe that'd be good for lunch. Yeah, hot dog.
Never going on
Crazy,
a hot dog and
crazy
soda.
stuff
Yeah.
going on there.
I'm trying to do good, but
Yeah, I forgot. We need to. We also had a funny video today. If I can bring that up, we had a good time going in. Every morning we go in and grab some coffee. So
we forgot to put that one up.
video
Of
but yeah,
shoot. Shout
put
out
that
to
one
our
up.
guy Rohan at the
Rohan.
7-Eleven over at
That's Airport and Immokalee.
Airport
That's
and
a good one.
Immokalee.
Yeah,
People,
yeah.
because when we did that video a couple months ago, a lot of people are, I love Rohan. Yeah, he's always there every morning, smile on his face, great attitude. Get
we'll
that
get
man
that-
a raise.
We'll get that one up on. We'll get that one up on
Monday.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about it.
Thanks,
Lot going
Carl.
on.
Let us know. Carl, if you could, if you're still listening, please put up your link and your information for Rolling Thunder, your event. We do have your slide. We just didn't put it in yet today. So just want to let you know. But yeah, that's definitely something we need to keep an eye out. But I will tell you, school zones can get you. You just got to be careful. And people usually, I will tell you, they're not paying attention, right? So when they go through those school zone, that's usually what's happening.
And you got another Florida man.
Yeah,
Google Florida man.
Another Florida man.
Takes 8-inch chef's knife out of package and then repeatedly stabbed a woman for criticizing his uncontrolled kids while in line at a supermarket.
Yeah, let me ask you this: when you see kids, please chime in. When you see kids that are not behaving in a store or around, what's your attitude? I mean, it's obviously not pull your knife out and stab somebody, or
that's a little extreme.
But what do you do if you see? Do you ever say anything, or I pretty much?
No, you know me. I'm pretty
stay away from
passive
conflict.
aggressive a little bit, which is not necessarily a good thing. But no, because it's really none of your business. And sometimes enough satisfaction is just looking at that parent and seeing that parent, oh, my kid, so that's on them, I'm not saying my daughter is always perfect, but never to the point where, you're out uncontrollably screaming or whatever at a public place. So, but it's definitely out there. I mean,
yeah, let us know what you do when you're at a store. Do you correct the kid? I remember I was in Tallahassee once. And
I could see you correcting.
Yeah, I was in Tallahassee once, and this kid was just ripping that store to shreds, boxes, knocking things off, crying.
Did you arrest him?
All I did is start laughing. I was like laughing, and the lady's like, "It's not funny."
You're encouraging
my kids got autism. I'm like, I'm not saying it's funny. I'm just saying the kid is out of control. And
you're laughing.
And I didn't know the kid. And I didn't know the kid, but I was like laughing at what he was doing, not that he was really being bad. So she was like, get all on me, and I'm like, yeah, so whatever, mom. Okay, let the kid just knock stuff down. But he was. It wasn't. I didn't say anything. I was just kind of humored that the kid would be tearing shit up so bad. But come to find out, he was.
He's really talking about me the other day at the Target. And it was Patrick.
Yeah, you at the Circle K, or you at the
7-Eleven.
Yeah, we'll show you that video on Monday for sure. But yeah, let us know. Meredith's laughing. Yeah, so it's one of those things where you probably don't get your nose in it, but
yeah,
and you can sometimes tell like the mother's just having, sometimes mother or father having a bad day. They just
got off work 12 hours and
really want to just strangle their kid, but they don't want to do it in front of anybody. Yeah. But this is obviously definitely over the board with this guy. Starts
you know, stabbing. How does somebody get to a point where they're stabbing people for doing stupid shit like this? It's crazy.
That's a boiling point.
I don't understand it.
I don't know.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about this. This is one of my favorite stories that we have.
5 ice cream flavors you should never eat. And there's some good flavors up there.
Yeah, these are all the flavors that I like. I'm like, holy crap.
Of course, naturally, right? If it's,
yeah.
If it's bad for you, then it tastes really good. So peanut butter cup. I know you're a big peanut butter cup
I
guy.
like it. Yeah.
Anything peanut butter cup. Anything Reese's peanut butter cup. I don't care. You can put it on a tire. It'll taste good. Birthday cake, which my daughter absolutely loves. Anything birthday cake related. And then the cookie dough. I guess the cookie dough itself is probably really bad for you, right?
Well, yeah. What it is basically, in reading through this morning, is it's what's in it, right?
Yeah.
They again, if it looks good, if it tastes good,
it's bad for you,
and it's usually bad for you. And they put shit in this stuff that we talked about this yesterday. Thanks, Carl, for the link. Everybody up there. Rolling Thunder, they got a couple events. We're going to keep doing more about that. But basically, we'll do that all the way up through the event, Carl, like we told you we would. But basically, they're telling you, like, listen, it's got a lot of crap in it. This shit is not just tasting good, but how they make it taste good. And we were discussing that the other day, like, why I heard, like, Kraft macaroni and cheese, like the cheese is not even close to cheese.
Yeah, it's some kind of artificial.
Yeah, and they're,
look at all the ingredients on the box.
Yeah. So here we go. You got cookie dough, you got birthday cake, and please put in there which one you might like of these.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Favorite ice cream.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor, Tim?
I do like the old fashioned pistachio.
Yeah, pistachio's good.
It's good.
Pistachio's good.
And but it's gotta have like some pistachios in it.
You get the spumoni, you gotta get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I do like that Rocky Road crap where you once in a while get like a chunk of chocolate,
walnut,
or I like plain vanilla is good, but that's kind of boring. I used to like the Dairy Queen twist, stuff like that. That's good. But yeah, we got
that Dairy Queen that we used to have, the little hole in the wall Dairy Queen. Remember, close to
Golden Gate City?
No. Was it a Dairy? I guess it wasn't a Dairy Queen. It was the little ice cream place, the little stand. And I think Dairy Queen might have taken it, or was it a Dairy Queen?
Where at?
Close, like over by Goodlet. It's like a little old ice cream place, and then it became something else. And then Dairy Queen opened, an official location.
Yeah, I remember they put that. Now it's taco place, Tico Taco or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But Dairy Queen used to be on 41. But I don't remember the one.
I think it was. That's what it probably was. Yeah, on 41.
And then obviously you got salted caramel and s'mores. But
I love s'mores.
Put in your favorite ice cream. What's your favorite flavor?
Love s'mores.
S'mores is good.
Big s'mores guy.
S'mores is good. I do enjoy a good s'mores. But I like it. I don't know if I like it too much in ice cream because it kind of all blends together.
I like that though.
Trying to figure.
I like a lot of different flavors when I'm eating. Anything.
You are interested.
I remember at the salad bar, I when we go through the salad bars, I put every single dressing that they have at the salad bar. I mean, you're looking at me like I'm strange, which I am, but you've seen me do this. You're acting surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised, and it's real. Like people,
they think it's
people think you're doing it to get video for likes or something, but no. Pat goes in and puts all kinds of crap. This morning, the guy, we'll have it back on. You've seen us at 7-Eleven before. We're gonna do it again. Airport, if you want to see it for real, airport in Immokalee at about 6:15.
Yeah, pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah. So come on up there and
have some fun with us.
Have some fun, but it's all real deal if you want to see it. We talked a little bit about Estia. That's great food over there. Get over there, check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, remember when you go through, it's like they're first, second,
they're gonna like a natural. I've opened up new restaurants. You're gonna have kinks out. Well, because you hire heavy when you open a restaurant, because not everyone's gonna work out or stay, so you load up early on, and it's good that they were able to find a lot of people and load up. But yeah, new restaurant. The first month there's gonna be kinks.
Well, they have restaurants in Philly. I think one in New Jersey, and so they brought some people down.
Okay,
over the
that makes sense
for the season.
Yeah,
come down to get
this thing kicked off.
Must be a nice transfer for someone from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Get to go to Naples for a couple months.
Yeah, whether or not they're going to be permanent, I don't
right?
know,
but I'm just saying,
yeah,
just
to
for a
get
couple,
it,
get it going.
get out of the cold weather. I'm like,
absolutely,
I'll volunteer for that. So yeah, and then look, we got some beach entrances. Naples has taken another big step in its recovery from Hurricane Ian on April 16th, which was back on Wednesday. The city council unanimously approved a nearly $2.8 million contract with Infinite Construction to rebuild 30 of its beach entrances ravaged by the destruction and deadly hurricanes in 2022. And listen, I don't always like spending a bunch of money, but these beach entrances are needed and crucial. Very important to make sure. Not only did the public access points take boating from Ian, but they also got pummeled again by Hurricane Helene, Milton last year, causing more damage. Again, spending money, but I think spending money in the places where we get benefit. Beach, sand. People come to Florida because they want to have and enjoy those things. And if we let them go and we don't keep them up, then we're not really in a great spot there. So
no, definitely much needed.
Yeah.
Especially with the beach being such a popular tourist attraction or local. So that in that case you're absolutely correct. Money well spent and much needed.
Yeah. We got a couple more slides here for you. Couple things going on. We had a little bit of a discussion this morning with Pat Dearborn. His son, bless his family, bless everybody's okay. But a lot of people were very concerned. I think the death toll, I believe, is 2 dead and several injured. Again, this needs to be on the minds of everybody and not forgotten.
Yeah.
And, we got to get to the bottom and the core of, the mental illness that's causing, this. And I will say that our sheriff's office here is very proactive. I know Lee County is the same way. If they get any inclination that there's going to be a threat, a warning, or somebody thinking about whether it be K through 12 school violence or at a university, they jump on it, they get to the bottom of it, they track it down, and they get a lot of things taken care of that we fortunately never get to see because they're on it pretty close.
Because they're proactive, not reactive, especially Collier Sheriff in general. So they stay ahead of things.
Yeah, without a doubt, we at the sheriff's office, and I keep saying we because they're my family. I was there for a long time. We stay on it. And Sheriff Rambosk, amazing.
Colonel
Bloom, Chief Hampton, all the district lieutenants, they do just a wonderful job. Yesterday, we talked about candy bars, right?
Wednesday, we talked about the unhealthiest candy bars.
Yeah, we talked about it.
And then there's the healthiest candy bars. There is such a thing. You get the dark chocolate, nuts and sea salt, the almond butter, right? What is it? Which one is that?
We got the Kit Kat, the York bar. Are those the ones? No, you just put the picture up there.
Yeah, but on the right side, you can see which ones got named for the healthiest ones.
Chocolate almond bar, butter bar. Where do you get that?
Well, that's the thing is where do you get these? Because you got to go to like Sprouts or a health food store. You don't see these lying around at 7-Eleven or freaking
healthy
Wawa.
options. A Wawa. Get a Wawa.
Love Wawa.
But yeah. So you got to eat healthy. I know it's important.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I think we have.
See me in the gym last night.
Francesca
9 o'clock.
Skurba's going to talk a little bit about. Let's bring her video up when we're talking about healthy.
Which,
let's do that.
Let's do it. Francesca Skurbo.
It's about planning. It's plan, prepare, and purpose. That's what it is. So if you go to the store and you buy the frozen vegetables, you cook it up the same way you would do fresh. And actually, they're more nutrient dense than one would think because of what you were just talking about. Most of the fresh stuff has to get sprayed. It sits there, so who's touching it? Where the frozen stuff, they just stick it in the bag and they do that. I buy frozen berries all the time. I tend to buy certain things organic, certain things not. But if at least it's always readily available. And one of the things I did, and which is why I started the Fit Cuisine cookbook, Healthy Food Made Simple, is because I wanted to teach busy people that hey, you can put a healthy meal on the table in no time fast. And I give those tips and tricks. But if we don't do that, look, we want to scare people to think that healthy food can only be expensive. Is it expensive? And boring. Yes. Like people, look, I live a very boring nutrition lifestyle, but it works for me. But I eat things that are a little bit different, like lion's mane mushrooms, and I eat adaptogens, and I take sea moss, and I do things like that. Yeah. Wow. We'll talk about that in another podcast. But anyway, so those are the things I like to do. But
Francesca's making boring sexy again, in case y'all didn't know. You can be boring and be sexy and be healthy. I have a confession. And this is just, I don't know who's going to see this, but I don't care. Big time confession. Mic drop confession. I've never, ever gone to Costco or anywhere and bought a bag of vegetables, frozen, fresh. I don't buy vegetables. That's my...
What's his reason point being not buying vegetables? Just
you have to tune into the Ways to Wellness podcast now showing on YouTube.
There you go. That's all. That's where it's at.
Our plus of insightful information on nutrition, health, well-being, physical. So check them out. Francesca Skirbo, Jeff Delaney. Episode 1 with who? What was that?
With your guy. Episode 1 with who?
I can't say it just yet, but Ways to Wellness podcast. Check them out on YouTube. Great podcast.
Always good.
And then we got Tito Ortiz coming in today.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz.
Politics and Gyro, Larry Love.
Listen,
day.
We are going to be taking this down. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Be careful. 239 Live. We are